strategic inflection points.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
Winning in Russian roulette. Mutually assured destruction in trade wars. Canada's next prime minister was elected on promises to, quote, win the trade war with the U.S. President Trump has said the same thing. This pledge makes sense politically, which is to say emotionally. It makes no sense using logic. Trade wars are a lose-lose gamble. President Trump's hope is that he can sacrifice the welfare of American consumers to benefit American workers. It's a blind man's bluff, hoping the other guy blinks first. Trump hopes it can hurt Canada's producers more than American consumers. How will Canada fight back? It will also need to inflict damage on its own economy and hope the pain it causes will hurt the U.S. more. This will increase tariffs on imports of U.S. orange juice, peanut butter, motorcycles, and paper products. This will hurt their consumers and any good produced using U.S. paper products. This will likely be the strategy of China, Europe, and Mexico as well. The changes hurt U.S. producers as well. U.S. producers, using raw materials like steel and aluminum from Mexico and Canada, will find it more expensive to produce cars and canned goods. Neither economist Larry Summers has said that for every one American producer that benefits, 66 manufacturers which use aluminum or steel as an input will lose. Summers has called tariffs a self-inflicted wound that will be bad in the short term and in the long term. Summers, who criticized the Biden administration for calling inflation, quote, transitory, is now comparing the Trump administration's claims of short-term pain and long-term gain to be equally wrong. Americans rarely think about trade with Europe, Canada, and Mexico, yet Canada and Mexico are the U.S.'s leading trading partners. The EU, taken as a whole, is the number one export market for U.S. goods and services. Economist Noah Smith said, I don't know how to sugarcoat this. All the people on the tech right know it's dumb. All the people on the business right know it's dumb. One of the worst impacts of policy uncertainty was already leading to lower investment. Quote, it's temporary pain for long-term pain, end of quote. President Biden maintained and increased tariffs against China, which damaged U.S. producers and consumers by making imports from China more expensive. This included 100% tariffs on electrical vehicles from China, which hurt consumers, and on electric vehicle batteries, which hurt U.S. producers and consumers. Biden hoped to create better conditions for U.S. manufacturers of electric vehicles and batteries. Of course, making vehicle batteries more expensive makes U.S.-produced electrical vehicles more expensive and less competitive. In one area, the Biden administration actions hurt U.S. producers exclusively, U.S. semiconductors. By banning the exports of the most high-tech chips designed by U.S. firms, Biden sought to limit the theft of intellectual property. It was also hoped to exclude them from the use in China's military and to ban them from dual-use goods. Dual-use goods are produced for civilians but can be used by the military as well. In the past, dual-use goods included the Sony PlayStation. Iraq President Saddam Hussein bought thousands of Sony PlayStations to use their chips in missile guidance systems. While President Trump has claimed that tariffs would make the country wealthier, initially tariffs will just increase the share of American incomes that go to the governments in the U.S. and abroad. When foreign governments impose retaliatory tariffs, those will be paid by U.S. taxpayers into foreign governments. Increased tariffs mean increased prices and less money for profits, reinvested dividends, or research and development. The administration's supporters say that tariffs would help Main Street and hurt the globalists. This logic is similar to that implied in nuclear war. If both sides deploy their resources, everyone loses because in a nuclear war, everyone is dead. The term mutually assured destruction was applied to the reason why nuclear powers would not go to war. In trade wars, the theory is that Neither side will use all of their tariff powers because it would kill the economies of both countries, making everyone far less wealthy and decimate current and future incomes. Therefore, a game of blind man's bluff ensues. However, Trump has been so vocal about tariffs, countries will not retaliate unless they are actually imposed. Once they retaliate, all bets are off. On a number of occasions, the president has decided to step back at the point of enforcing higher tariffs. If this continues, the worst of the trade war can be avoided. However, if neither imposed, the tariffs' impact on long-term investments, international trading, and political race relationships will leave scars that can last for years and even decades.